classes during the first semester. And when I call your name, please come up here. So here are our winners of the Student Athlete Award. The Scholar Athlete Award is next. Student Athlete Award, Hayden Banuelos, 3.8 GPA. Asher Wysotsky, 3.6 GPA. Daniel Fisherman, 3.6 GPA. Noam Franco, 3.6 GPA. Boston Gasway, 3.6 GPA. Ryan Green, 3.67 GPA. Arian Hartunian, 3.6 GPA. Rayhan James, 3.8 GPA. Cameron Keshavartzi, 3.8 GPA. Elior Karamian, 3.8 GPA. Jaden Letterman, 3.8 GPA. Jerome Neildead, 3.6 GPA. Gavin Murphy, 3.67 GPA. Ryan Shakovsky, 3.8 GPA. Tidian Sai, 3.8 GPA. Cyrus Talay, 3.8 GPA. And Shane Weiner, 3.8 GPA. All right, congratulations to our Student Athlete Award winner. Guys, go back and have a seat. Thank you. 4.0 or higher GPA in their academic courses during the first semester. We have Brandon Aaron, 4.8 GPA. Darius Fajardo, 4.6 GPA. Hank Devine, 4.25 GPA. Michael Fisherman, 4.0 GPA. Michael's got a long way to walk. Evan Goldstein, 4.0 GPA. Peter Gray, 5.0 GPA. Bryce Jacobson, 4.2 GPA. Asher Joe Katz, 4.2 GPA. Kobe Kurzban, 4.6 GPA. Elliot Luffman, 4.66 GPA. Navin Parmar, 4.8 GPA. Jonathan Reese, 4.6 GPA. Eli Sack, 4.4 GPA. Matthew Sachs, 4.2 GPA. Ellie Samui, 4.0 GPA. Agab Sayabalian, 4.0 GPA. Ray Schaefer, 4.2 GPA. Ethan Schwartz, 4.0 GPA. Sean Sesser, 4.0 GPA. And Sasha Sorkin, 4.0 GPA.
Woo! Good job!
For sure, this is the largest number of academic award winners we've ever had. Congratulations to everybody. Awesome. Woo! Also, we have another program-wide award called the Iron Man Award. Award, and the award goes to the young men in our program who played the entire year with hardly an absence from practice or game. This is perhaps my favorite award because of the dedication and persistence it represents, and it's very impressive when some of the winners of the academic awards are also Ironmen. Here are the winners of our Iron Man Award this year. Austin Clark, Nathan Kaufman, Gunnar Goldberg, Ariane Hartunian, Bryce Jacobson, Eddie Madar, Jonathan Reed, Eli Sack, Ellie Samui, and Lior Tiragano, and Darius Maharlo. Honoring each team's most inspirational player, defensive player of the year, most improved player, and most valuable player. And then when we get to the varsity level, there are awards given by our Monty League coaches and the Ventura County coaches. So now to present the freshman team, Coach Eric Bell. This is Coach Bell's third year with our program as a varsity assistant, and of course he stepped up, did a phenomenal job to coach the freshmen. Coach Bell has a great ability to get our guys to play focused, fundamental basketball. I really enjoyed watching the freshman team play this season. Their team spirit and support for each other was really impressive, especially with so many players on the team. And of course, I also see some young players who have a chance to enjoy solid high school basketball careers. Let's have all the freshman team members stand here up by the podium as Larry Arwell presents the team.
Oh, that's for freshmen. Good Jackson.
Hey everyone, my name is Coach Bell. For those of you that don't know me, Coach Clark just introduced me. But I did have the pleasure of coaching these young gentlemen this year. I just want to say it was a pleasure. First off, just give them a hand. First year. All I know it's an adjustment coming from middle school to high school, and I remember being a young freshman myself. So I just want to first off say that I'm proud of each and every one of you. You dealt with a little adversity this year, a little challenges during the season, and you welcome me with open arms and allow me to be your guys' coach. So thank you. First up, I'm gonna hand out these certificates. I'm not gonna try and pronounce the last names. So I'll be calling you up by your first name, alphabetical order. And give me 1 second. Okay, so first, can you step up, please? Give Peyton a hand. Good job this year, Peyton.
I'm too cool for that.
Again, freshman. As soon as I joined the team and started coaching these guys, I just wanted to start off by saying Peyton had a great attitude. I never, had to deal with any talking back or just not playing hard or having excuses. So I just want to say thank you for that, Peyton. Peyton also has made growth this year, I would say. He's almost dunking the ball now. So Coach George, you might want to take a look at young Peyton right now. He's pretty athletic. Peyton, I just want to wish you the best. Hope you work on your game in the off season and look forward to having you back next year.
Yes, sir, Asher.
Next, we have Tyson.
No, Hunter got it.
Stand here for a second. So Tyson is a two-sport athlete. Plays baseball as well. Heard good things about Tyson. Tyson played some meaningful minutes for us this year. Very skilled, played hard. That's one thing I knew I would get out of Tyson, just effort out there on the court. And he was also voted by his teammates Defensive Player of the Year. Next, I would like to call up Ryan C. So I believe Ryan was my only nephew on the team this year. Okay, so yes, Ryan had a unique skill set. From the time I've been with the team, coaching them, I really think he has potential, and I look forward to seeing what he does in the future, and if you make a contested right-hand layup one day, but keep working on your game, right? Good job. Next up, I would like to call Hayden. So Hayden, again, once I joined the team, it took me not too long to kind of assess their skill set. I recognized right away that Hayden was a good ball handler, and it was pretty much like, I believe you, probably Arden was able to handle the ball and handle pressure most. So, Hayden was one of the first guys I would call off the bench to come into the game and handle the other team's presses. And I just want to say good job this year, Hayden, and keep working on your game. Next up, I want to call up Daniel. So Daniel also has an older brother named Michael that's in the program, and we're expecting big things out of Daniel and Michael for next year. I can count on Daniel to go in the game and make shots. I saw him as a shooter from the moment he joined Calabasas, and a lot of work, to improve that jumper. But I just want to say good job this year, Daniel, and stay healthy, and look forward to seeing you next year. Next up, I would like to call Boston. Little Gasway. Again, I know Boston's older brother. He came to some open gyms and had a lot to say. But he brought the energy, so I look forward to some good things out of his younger brother. And what I noticed right away was that Boston was hands down the best shooter on the team. He has 20-point games. He's another one of our two-sport athletes. I believe he plays baseball as well, right? So, Boston, I just want to say thank you. Great, you had a great season. Boston also was moved up to the sophomore team because of his play. Just want to say it was a pleasure coaching you this year, Boston, and good luck to baseball. I have an Ellie, Elior, and a Eli. So this is Elior. So Elior had a good season for us. He moved in and out of the starting lineup, but definitely went into the game, and I can count on him to give the effort and battle amongst the Giants. Second point forward, and he also has an older brother who's been in our program. So I look forward to big things out of you as well. Next up, I would like to call up Artem. Hello, Artem. So Artem, one of the first things when Artem came to Calabasas, I played him one-on-one. And I noticed right away his potential. It was still an easy win for myself. But, I said, if Artem's coming to Calabasas, then okay, we have a bright future here. And, you know, Artem's been pretty much, I would say, like the heart and soul of the team. You know, we've had our dialogue back and forth at times, but one thing I could count on was that, I mean, we would come out the game sometimes and be exhausted. And I would look at some of these other guys and they hadn't even broke a sweat yet. So I would tell them, you guys need to play as hard as this kid right here. So Artem, good job this year. Continue to your game. He also moved up to the sophomore team and played some for Coach Corey as well. And Artem was voted most valuable player by his team. Okay, hopefully I get this name right again. Yakub. Okay. So Yakub, I call him Yakub at times. Tough task learning 18 names, but Yakub was always, okay, let me stop using past tense. But Yakub, just a great teammate, very humble, always communicated. Eli. Where's Eli at? Eli. Ellie.
Aim at the right.
Man, Ellie has been such a pleasure to coach this year. Once I joined the team, I right away just saw his, I'm just going to say his spirit. He was a hard worker, great teammate, was a leader, and I named him as one of the captains for the team as well. He's always had a good attitude, played hard, worked his way. Didn't come in as a starter, but worked his way up to be a starter, and just always asking questions, always wants to learn, and continue to improve his game. So just want to say thank you, Ellie. Ellie. Yes. It's been a pleasure coaching you, and he's also great on the guitar. He did the national anthem in one of the games, and I was really impressed. So good job, Ellie. And Ellie was also named most inspirational player by his team. Next up, I would like to call Haga. So Haga, again, it's been a pleasure to coach. His minutes kind of like were up and down at times during the season, but I could always count on him to go in the game and just battle amongst the Giants. And get us some rebounds, box outs. He's always another one that's asking questions on how he can improve, and you know, just wants to learn. But Haga, good job this year. And Haga was also named by his peers most improved player. Next up, Ryan S. So Ryan is another one. Pleasure to have on the team. I hear he's a pretty good tennis player. So I'm not sure if he made the team or not, but wow. Okay. So varsity tennis. Next up, I would like to call Dylan. So Dylan was another one of my primary ball handlers that I could trust to go in the game and run the point guard position. And I know at times it was challenging because he played multiple positions at the guard. I think he has a lot of potential. He likes to work. And what else was I going to say? Oh, as Coach Pillar's mentioned, he's definitely a team player. He's worked the scoreboard for us. So was it the shot clock? Shot clock. So, selfless kid. And good job, Dylan. Look forward to it. Only 2 left. Next up, I would like to call Keaton. So Keaton was one of our starters who played a lot of minutes for us, and I think he had a minor injury one game, and I think he was back in practice the next day, doing everything with the right hand and left hand. His left hand. So I can definitely tell he has a lot of heart and passion for the game, and he was another one that, battled amongst the Giants. We played some tough games this year for the parents that, went to some of those games. Some of these kids were probably good enough to be on our varsity team. That's just how competitive it is out there. Chaminade's team was pretty good, but this kid right here battled against some kids that were at least 6'4", 6'5", and played really well at times. And he's another one who we bumped up to the sophomore team. So good job this year, Keaton. Last but not least, Shane.
Oh.
Camera's favorite guy, right?
He's one of the ones that I'm like, Shane, get in there, knock them down, knock somebody over or something. But Shane was always ready for his name to be called. He had a few games. Did I start you? Yeah, I believe he worked his way up as well to earn my trust, and I actually started him a game or two, and he played some meaningful minutes. His minutes were up and down as well as I was trying to figure out rotations. But great character kid, very coachable, dependable. I think he got the dress wrong once and went to the wrong school, but I think he might have made it back in time for that game. But good job this year, Shane. You worked on your game. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do. Yeah, can we just give one last hand to our give my guy Ray.
You got right. What about right paper?
How many have you been? Yeah, so I had about 20 players this year, but how could I forget these two? I don't have their certificates, that's why. But yeah, clerical error. But Ray, I want to start off by saying this was a kid I noticed, not because of like his play in particular, but I heard his voice at the tryouts actually. So I was there at the tryouts, and you all can learn from this, especially those of you coming back playing on all levels. But which of these basketball players knows what the split line is? Peter, you're not raising your hand back there? Okay, so the split line is a term we use on defense. It's something you say when you're in help side, and this kid coming in as an incoming 9th grader was yelling, I got split, sitting in the stands. And I asked Coach Coleman about him. That was his coach at the time with United, and they said he was a great kid. And I definitely vouch to have Ray on the freshman team this year, just because to me that was something that was a high IQ thing that Ray communicated out there on the court. And so it's something we work on with our varsity team, trying to get guys to communicate. And yeah, Ray definitely was just one that was always dependable. When I joined the team, he pretty much wrote down all the plays for me on the clipboard, letting me know what the plays were. So, high IQ guy. Good job this year, Ray. Keep working on your game. Okay, so Noel, one of our starters this year. He's a good player. I see a lot of potential in him. What else can I say about Noel? Had some really good games, hit some big shots. Again, another guy who I've encouraged to do some more push-ups along with the rest of you. It's a physical game, and at times he had to play some power forward, probably even center at times, and he was always just willing to do whatever was needed out there on the court. So good job this year, Nolan. Keep working.
Coach Corey Davis, his first year with us. Did a phenomenal job out of the block. 20 wins and 7 losses, Marmonti League champions, and that included a schedule against several JV teams and JV tournaments. Great job, guys. And for all of his success this year, Marmonti League coaches elected Coach Corey Soph Coach of the Year. And here back for you, Coach, and he'll talk about the sophomore team.
Thank you, everybody, for congratulating me, and thank you for my team. You can congratulate them too as well. This one I want to call up is Leor. Yeah! So Lee, my guy. Some of you guys may not know, some may do, but one of the things with him, great teammate, great person off the bench. No matter if he played and he didn't play, he had a great attitude. And also, he was also a part of something off the court. And with my team, we preach a lot about being off the court examples and being on the court example. And he went through something off the court that he took very well. So I just appreciate him for that. And he came to practice every day, worked hard, and you know, great player, great mindset. So thank you. Next player I want to introduce is Matthew. Matthew, very hard worker. Early in the season, one of my starters, and unfortunately he went down with an injury that caused him to miss a few games, and he wasn't there for us, but he continued to show up to practice, he continued to work hard. Ultimately, he got himself back into playing shape, and came back and played and gave us some great games, gave us some great minutes to finish out the season, and my man's a warrior. Next guy I want to introduce, Eli. Eli, once again, like I said, all these guys, they all have a different story with me, but Eli, one of my favorite guys, just in general, just because what he shows as an example for what you want to be as a student athlete, and just a teammate. Always cheering his teammates on, always being encouraging. He's always working on his game. He's always gotten better every day. Either it's a game or it was a practice, he got better. If I told him something, he worked on it. All right, he made other guys try to work on it. So very great player to have around. Very good guy to have in the gym. He just made life fun. Also, Eli was voted as most improved player. Next player I want to introduce is Finn. Yeah! Finn, what can I say about Finn? God. Started the season, I didn't know much about Finn. I didn't see him right away when I showed up. As everybody know, I had a short kind of window. That's when I got hired, and I kind of had to learn everybody on the fly. But when he came in, you know, he just had this spark about him, and he had something that, you know, just caught my eye. I just didn't know how to put him in a game. I didn't know how to put him in a game, and it was one particular game, a championship game actually, that we played against Moore Park. And I remember I didn't play him a lot of the game. I didn't play him almost until the third quarter, and he ended up saving us big time. And you know, from there he bought his minutes, and he ended up showing me why I needed him on the court. And although he could have been a starter, he came off the bench for the betterment of the team, and I just thank him for that. And he was a big part of our season. So thank you. Next guy I want to introduce is Eden. Eden is unique because he's one of the guys, and I told him this before. He's just always been there. I don't think he's missed a practice, you know, and I don't think he's missed a game. And he's been riding, whether I was on him hard, whether I praised him or I got on him, I yelled at him. You know, he always kept the same attitude, and he just worked hard. You know, he never said much back, he never talked back, and he's actually our defensive player of the year as well. He was standing in there, and I appreciate him for that. So thank you. Next, I want to bring up Asher. Joe. First, congratulate parents and family for the food. I guess same with a lot of these guys. Asher was another guy that didn't get an opportunity to play as much as he probably wanted to, and as much as I probably could have played him. But you know, another story with him was against T.O. 1,000 Oaks game, and you know, I just thought we had a lot of, you know, laziness going on, and we lacked energy. And he was one of the first guys I brought off the bench that game, and he gave us a spark. It was a very big game for him. It was a very big energy booster, and he's always been a good teammate, whether he's playing, whether he's on the bench, whether he's in the rotation or not. He's always been communicative. He's always been talkative, and you know, it's great to have him in the gym, and he's a great teammate. So also, he was voted inspirational player of the year. Next, I want to introduce Claude. One of the hardest working guys on the team. Claude was just, you know, a warrior in practice, a warrior in games. He gave up his body, you know what I mean? Always on the floor in practice. I know a lot of us didn't see him in that, but always battling, you know, tough kid, and just like all of them. But he had a great mindset, you know, just wanted to show up and work hard, and I appreciate him for doing all his hard work. Next, I want to bring up Rayhan. Rayhan, another one of those players that, like I said, didn't play a lot and didn't get the minutes that maybe he wanted to. But it just shows the character with this whole team, especially Ray. He stayed committed. He stayed coming to games. He stayed learning the plays and stayed competing, and that was big for us. I tell these guys, you know, in practice, you got to be able to, you know, compete against each other, you know, so you can compete outside. And he was one of those guys that made a lot of guys who were playing a lot more than him better. And on the team, you need that. And he was one of those guys that sacrificed his minutes, sacrificed a lot of things, you know, and I thank him for that and appreciate him for that. Thank you. Next, I want to bring up Sam. Sam, interesting story as well. Sam was not playing as much minutes, and you know, it was interesting because Sam also was working with me outside of Calabasas and doing some one-on-one training, and I still wasn't giving him the minutes. And as the season went by, you know, me and Sam had a kind of heart-to-heart, and we had, you know, a big, I think, connection, and at the end of the season, the last few games, he ended up starting for me. And so I just appreciate him for taking his time and staying patient and, you know, also challenging me as a coach. You know, I told these guys sometimes, you know, coaches are not always right, and sometimes you guys need to let us know and check us. And, you know, he was one of those players that maybe had to, you know, sit back and had to look in the mirror, so I appreciate him, and thank you. Next up, I want to bring up Aryan. Aryan, one of my starters. He started most of the season for me. Very talented player, so much potential in him, and he was a big part of our success. Big part of our just, you know, starting the season off and setting the tone. And he challenged a lot of guys in practice to be better. He's always challenging himself to be better, and as a coach, you appreciate that. I just hope that he continues to work hard and continue to strive, and you know, great teammate. Overall, just very great teammate. You know, always stay disciplined and always stay just focused on what to do next, and I just appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it. Next up, I want to bring up Asher. Asher, another interesting story. Again, when I first came, Asher, you know, I didn't see him right away, and then when we did started getting into season, you know, he was one of the guys who was already in the starting lineup, and kind of like Sam and him had kind of a heart-to-heart, and we kind of went at it head-to-head. And again, just showing his character and the fact that, you know, he was able to stick with everything. And he ended up getting hurt, just kind of like Matthew, and it caused him to miss the rest of the season. But just his dedication, being there in practice and helping the guys out, and being on the bench with me and talking to me while we were in games or at halftime, I'm so grateful for that, and he helped me through that. And I hope I helped him, and I can't wait to see him play when he gets healthy. And such a great character, such a great kid, mentally, and he was just a very inspirational thing for our whole season. Because when he got hurt, I think, you know, me and the guys wanted to do it for him. So appreciate you. Thank you. Next, I want to bring up Gunner. So Gunner is one of my freshmen who had the luxury of starting as well the first half of the season, most of the season. And Gunner, he brought toughness to our team. Always focused, always ready to learn. And one of the things I love about him is that he's always just gonna go home and take it on the chin and come back the next day and get better. And you know, players like that, they always strive and they go to the next level. So very excited to, you know, coach him. Very excited to work with him. You know, I mean, he was also my captain of our team, so we're captain after that. I hope he continues to work hard, and you know, very great player, very great leader, right, and very good teammate. You know, he knew how to talk to guys, and you know, I appreciate you. Next, I want to bring up Cormac. Quarterback, again, another player, high character, high IQ. I was very happy with quarterback, just sticking with a lot of the things he went through. I mean, he was on and off the court a lot. I know he got sick a little bit, and he also went to visit family, so it caused him to miss a couple games, a couple practice. But when he came back ready to play. He realized he had to earn his spot. He realized he had to earn his minutes, and again, another guy who probably could have started, but sacrificed coming off the bench and didn't pout, didn't complain, and he just came to work. So I appreciate quarterback for that. All right, and last but not least, Jaden. So Jaden, obviously my starting point guard, and I'm so proud of him just because it's an interesting story that with his parents. I met him a long time ago, back probably like 10 years ago. But I used to train his older brother, and Jaden was smaller, little baby, and fast forward now. Coaching him, it's crazy how time goes and time flies, and it's such a small world. But I just enjoyed coaching him. I loved coaching him. He was my floor general. Great attitude. I put a lot of things on his back. I put a lot of things on his shoulders. Losses, I put it on him. Wins, I put it on him. And he took it. He took a lot of it well. And I hope he continues to strive in the things that we taught as a team, and the things I taught him. And he was just such a valuable player to our team. And he was voted the most valuable player of our team. So thank you guys. Round of applause for them again.
Now for the JV team, coming up JV. Close the back. Format.